Hello trader, I'd like to explain to you one more thing about market structure. That is a time frame divided 2 time standards. Here is advanced level just for reference for all the trader because it requires you a lot of trading experience with SI market structure. For the trader who has less than 2 year experience, this one is just for reference. Here is the arc of combine multiple time frame together to explain the market structure. And in this section, I would like to explain to you first of all what is a time frame divided 2 time standards, and we will compare time frame divided 2 time standards and T standards. T standards mean the standards we already learned progressed from the beginning of the course until now, and right over here we will come into the course. So first of all, what is time frame divided 2 time standards? And we will talk about multiple time frame trading system. Firstly, we will have 3 time frames in our system. First one is 1 hour time frame, that is the biggest time frame, and base time frame is 50 minutes time frame, and small time frame is 5 minutes time frame. You already understand the function of each time frame right over here on the multiple time frame lesson. And at this one, when we define 1 hour time frame structure, we just open 1 hour time frame to check, right? And if that is a valid pullback, we will judge that is a valid pullback, and invalid pullback will be invalid pullback definitely, right? And that is a T standards. We only use one time frame to define the market structure in a single chart. A little bit complicated for the trader to understand about it, but when we talk about second time frame standards or time frame divided 2 time standards, which mean if you see 1 hour time frame place is invalid, we will open 50 minutes time frame to check again. If the 50 minutes time frame is a valid case, 1 hour time frame also a valid. I will give you the example right after the course to help you understand about it easier. For example, right over here is 4 hour time frame on gold. You can refer the information of just on my mouse right here to be easy to understand what I try to describe here. Because when we use multiple time frame, if you don't focus on time frame now, you will misunderstand and be confused what I try to teach you here. So first of all, here is gold on 4 hour time frame. If we use T standards, it means that we will analyze the market structure on 4 hour time frame right on 4 hour time frame, which means we can define here is market structure on the 4 hour time frame, and we will have the Dow key level zone on 4 hour time frame like this, right? And at this time, if we use time frame divided 2 time standards, we can define market structure is very different. For example, on the time frame divided 2 time standards, we will focus on all the pullback way like this, and like this, having the candle pullback. Therefore, we will focus, and we not only check the pullback on the 4 hour time frame right here, we even can check on the second time frame. At this time, that is a 2 hour time frame because 4 hour divided 2 times equal to 2 hours, right? Therefore, at this time, when we check about the pullback on the charts right over here, if we just see the 4 hour time frame, this one is valid. Very easily we can see, but something right here and something right here is not clearly on 4 hour time frame. Therefore, we will come into the 2 hour time frame chart to check again. And right over here, if the 2 hour time frame is a valid pullback, 4 hour time frame chart will be valid as well because we are using 2 hour time frame to support for the 4 hour story, right? And at this time, on the 4 hour time frame, what we can see very clearly right over here is we can have a market structure like this. Right? I will marking with a different color here, and you will see the story easier. And I will move the line to the right side. You will see the difference right over here. If we use time frame divided 2 time standards, we can have more zone on the chart And here is 4-hour time frame market structure. We don't call here is structure a 2-hour time frame. We call here is 4-hour time frame because we just use 2 hours to support for 4-hour time frame right over here, and here will be the structure on 4-hour time frame if we use time frame divide 2 time standards. And blue line right over here will be the market structure if we use T standards. And the way we use a pullback and breakout pattern on all time frame are completely same. We still apply 2 Maruzu candle standards, big Maruzu candle and 1 small candle, production confirmation, everything is totally same. We just have a difference based on the logical of time frame. And that is the reason why I call time frame divide 2 times easy arc of multiple time frame, and this one is very advanced. For example, right over here you can see that if we use time frame divide 2 time standards, 1 hour time frame will have 50 minutes time frame to support for the 1 hour story, and for the 50 minutes time frame we will have 10 minutes time frame. Normally we will use 7.5 minutes time frame, but on the trading view or any trading platform we don't have a 7.5, therefore we can use a similar time frame. And for the 5 minutes time frame also same, we will use 1 minute time frame to support for the 5 minutes time frame story here. Totally, if you want to analyze the market's picture on 1 hour time frame, 50 minutes time frame and 5 minutes time frame with the time frame divide 2 time standards, you need to analyze on 6 time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, right? That is pretty complicated for the new trader to understand. But if you just use these standards to explain the market structure on the 3 time frame, you just need to analyze on 1, 2, 3 time frame directly right over here, and you also can understand the market's picture pretty well, right? So which one is better? First of all, when we compare these 2 standards together, time frame divide 2 time standards can explain all the case on the chart, even the weak case, even the strong case on the market, right? And these standards can explain almost the case. You can explain more and more when you combine multiple time frames together, which means these 2 standards can help you to understand everything on the chart. You don't miss anything, right? You still catch the whole story of the markets very well, because when we combine these standards with multiple time frame, we also can explain the markets very detailed from the 1 hour time frame until 50 minutes time frame and 5 minutes time frame already, right? You don't need to use the sum of the system right over here, pretty complicated for the new trader, because new trader is having a lot of things to master, to practice at the same time. Therefore, you will be confused and it is harder to master. And the second thing, when we talk about profitability and risks, time frame divide 2 time will give you more chance, more profits, and of course, higher risks on the markets. I will give you the example right on this video to help you understand about it. And for example, if you use time frame divide 2 time standards, you will have 10-hour profits per month. But for this one is 8-hour profits per month. Inside market structure, more than 2 years, you can get the profits like this, right? But if you want to master the time frame divide 2 time standards to get 10-hour profits per month, you need at least 2 years trading experience. But for the T standards right over here, you just need only 6 months and less. If you learn carefully and working hard to practice, right? So the time right over here, even time frame divide 2 time standards can give you more profits, but require you a lot of time and efforts to practice and master it, right? Meanwhile, this one is pretty similar and it takes less time and effort. And these standards even can give you higher consistency and less breaks, because these standards give you a very clearly structured and very logical trading system like this. You don't need to mix anything right here, and you can trade very confident, especially new trader. New trader have a lot of things to worry You just learn market structure, market cycle, multiple time frame, trading strategies, and combine them together. When you apply on the real chart, you normally worry whether you are the entry correctly or wrongly on the chart. You don't know which point is correctly, which point is wrong. And when you miss a trade or get a lot trade, you will worry a lot, right? Therefore, let's choose a higher trading system and less risk like this. It can help you to come into the target faster with less effort, right? So please don't try to focus on this system at the first time, and this one is just for reference. But for the pro trader, when you apply anti-trading system for a long time, you can use this system. This one can help you to trade better, define more chance on the market. And the third thing here is, this system is harder to master. As I explained to you before, you need to have at least 2 years to master this system. Meanwhile, this system requires you 6 months and less if you practice and work hard. Finally, this system is not recommended for the trader, new trader, or trader having less than 2 years experience with the anti-trading system. And with the T standards, all trader can learn and use it very easily, right? So, the theories to apply time frame divide through time standards is, we will use normal multiple time frame system like this. But during analyze market structure, if you see one hour time frame is invalid pullback or breakout, for example, like the case we already talked right over here, this one is invalid, this one is invalid. If we just see on the 4 hour time frame, at that time, we will come into the 2 hour time frame to check and confirm again the story for the 4 hour time frame, right? We just used time frame divide through time for that purpose, right? It means that we just use 2 hour time frame to support for the 4 hour time frame in this case. For this case, we will use 50 minutes time frame to support for the 1 hour time frame in case the 1 hour time frame look invalid, or you need to consider more and more on the market. You can open lower time frame to check, and lower time frame of the 50 minutes time frame will be 10 minutes, and this one is a 1 minute time frame to support for 5 minutes, and you need to use 6 time frame totally. And that is all for the time frame divide through time standards. Just an introduce and explain to you carefully about the rules to help you understand about time frame divide through time standards. For the new trader, I recommend to you to focus on these standards. As we already learned from beginning until now, master it, you can trade very well. So when you already apply anti-trading system for more than 2 years, you can think about time frame divide through time standards. But I can make sure that when you already master these standards, you will not think about time frame divide through time standards anymore, because when you apply this one, you already earn money and feel happy with your trading system already, right? So that is all for today's video. In next videos, I will explain to you and compare to you the choose trading system on a real example on the real chart to help you understand better about the case. Thank you for listening to me and see you on next video.